In the day since his victory over Teofimo Lopez, Australian unified lightweight champion George Kambosos Jr.'s life has been turned upside down. Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, has lent his support to him. We will also delve into some of the most interesting recent fighting news, including Charles Oliveira's insane win over Dustin Poirier that left everyone in shock, and the terrifying knockout delivered by boxer Conor Benn. Stay tuned for all the inside details. Jake Paul, now on George Kambosos Jr.'s bandwagon. Since his victory over Teofimo Lopez, champion George Kambosos Jr.'s world has completely flipped. Despite being a heavy underdog going into the battle, Kambosos scored a first-round knockdown to change the tone of the fight right away, going on to win a split decision and become the first Australian to win 3 belts in one fight. While not quite as lengthy as Buster Douglas's chances to defeat Mike Tyson, a Kambosos victory was a long shot, and the Sydney Sider surprised many with his victory. Lopez, who won the 3 titles in a shock victory over Vasyl Lomachencko in October 2020, was a fiery champion who ruffled a lot of feathers despite losing his first defense to Kambosos. Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, was one of them. Jake Paul immediately tweeted out after the fight, "Don't F with Australia. Congrats, George Kambosos." Kambosos has already tweeted a photo of his video chat with the YouTube sensation. Over the last 72 hours, George Kambosos Jr. has likely gotten thousands of calls and messages of support, but he certainly wasn't expecting a FaceTime call from Jake Paul. Since his historic victory over Teofimo Lopez last weekend, the Australian stock has skyrocketed. On the night Kambosos Jr. put on a show to remember, winning the title of unified lightweight champion of the world and instantly becoming a household name throughout the world. Every man and his dog now wants a piece of him, which is understandable. While some, like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, have been quick to call him out, others, like Jake Paul, have hopped on the Kambosos Jr. bandwagon. Following his victory, Kambosos Jr. used social media to post a photo of himself on a video call with YouTuber turned boxer Paul. "You know you're doing something right when you're getting praise from Jake Paul," he tweeted. "Thank you for your help, brother. Your time is December 18th. All love." Paul responded, "It's clear that the Aussie has just begun to make a name for himself, and we are curious to see what's in store and what's to come." Charles Oliveira takes out Dustin Poirier in massive UFC upset. Charles Oliveira defeated Dustin Poirier by submission in the 3rd round after surviving a barrage of thumping headshots in the 1st round. Oliveira didn't get his hand raised in the opening stanza of his first defense of the belt since capturing the vacant title against Michael Chandler. The challenger, on the other hand, appeared to have run out of breath after the 2nd round as Oliveira carried the fight to the ground. Finally, the champ proved too strong for Poirier, leaping onto his back like a koala embracing a tree and refusing to let go, securing the submission with a rear naked choke. The victory propels Oliveira into elite territory as he now ranks 4th in the UFC in terms of victories with 20. Donald Cerrone now holds the record with 23. Oliveira's next title defense is likely to be against Justin Gaethje, who beat Michael Chandler in a bout that was a real contender for Fight of the Year and all but cemented his place as the next in line for a shot at the crown. Pros react to Oliveira's defeat over Poirier. With an incredible victory, Charles Oliveira brought the UFC's final pay-per-view of 2021 to a close. The victory proved beyond a shadow of a doubt who is the best at 155 pounds, possibly the most stacked class in all of MMA. On Saturday night, Oliveira wasn't the only one making a statement. In the co-main event, Juliana Pena defeated 2-division champion Amanda Nunes to become the UFC bantamweight champion, completing one of the greatest upsets in combat sports history. Kai Kara France spoiled former bantamweight champion Cody Garbrandt's flyweight debut with a spectacular knockout. Sean O'Malley contributed to his highlight reel, and Jeff Neal won a much-needed decision. Without question, it was a great night with a lot of entertainment, but Oliveira's surprising win over Poirier was the highlight. As expected, plenty of people, including various pro boxers and MMA stars, commented and shared their thoughts on the surprising outcome. Nathan Diaz, an MMA and UFC star, shared his thoughts to Twitter, writing, "How Conor let DP mess him up hella times, he sucks," followed shortly by another tweet which read, "These guys don't get any better." As you can imagine, Conor McGregor, who was previously beaten by Poirier, commented back on Diaz's shady tweet, writing, "You lanky string of piss. He got lumped around and got lucky twice. That's it. It is what it is. Embarrassing night for him already. That closed guard game. Wow, shocking." It appears as though McGregor is almost defending Poirier at one point, but you know Conor, he never holds back. On a happier note, Khabib Nurmagomedov, a legendary UFC star, congratulated Oliveira, writing, "My congratulations, champ. You deserve this." Similarly, Islam Makhachev, another popular MMA fighter, wrote, "Congrats, Charles. Just hold in there for me," hinting that he also wants to hop in the ring with Oliveira. Aljamain Sterling, an American MMA fighter, also shared his thoughts via social media, writing, "Love Poirier, but sometimes styles make fights. Wow, incredible performance of some back-and-forth action." Finally, Daniel Cormier also chimed in, tweeting out, "Can we please stop talking about Charles Oliveira being a quitter now? He has proven he won't bail anymore. Congratulations, champion." So you can see many people, especially the pros, were were surprised to see Poirier go down, but many thought that the better man won and deserved to win. Regardless of who won, it was an epic match to watch. Conor Ben, insanely terrifying knockout that shocked everyone. With a shocking knockout of Chris Algieri in their 147-pound fight, Conor Ben has put the boxing world on notice, unleashing a searing combination that broke his veteran opponent. Algieri, a 37-year-old former welterweight champion who had faced legends of the sport such as Manny Pacquiao, Amir Khan, and Errol Spence Jr., all of whom he had lost to, was hailed as Ben's toughest opponent to date. With a superb feint and a flawless 1-2 left-right combination in the fourth round that left Algieri prostrate on the floor, the 25-year-old British star made those predictions look dumb. Algieri has already been knocked down in a dramatic fashion in the second round, albeit it appeared to be more of a trip than a true knockdown, but he could not complain about the two hard shots landed on his chin 2 rounds later. Ben had a split second where he may have leathered his opponent as he slumped to the canvas, but the boxer demonstrated excellent composure by allowing him to fall to the ground without a follow-up assault. Social media users instantly shared video of the knockout hit, which left the 37-year-old lying motionless on the deck. "I put him to sleep, and you should not expect anything else," he said after the fight. "I had a feeling it was going to be a knockout." With his third victory this year, Ben improved to 20-0, and the Destroyer is now primed for a spectacular 2022. He identified the winner of the forthcoming bout between Amir Khan and Kell Brook as a prospective opponent, as well as Adrian Broner, who has won world titles in 4 weight classes, and WBA champion Yodinas Ugas. Prior to Sunday's setback, Algieri's outstanding record had only 3 losses. Points losses to Filipino hero Manny Pacquiao and Amir Khan, as well as a knockout loss to heavy-handed Errol Spence Jr. "These bouts are not tests," Ben declared after his victory. "It's not arrogance, it's self-assurance. Is there anything else I can do? Maybe I'm simply irritated by myself, but the ranks I have aren't for nothing." It's obvious that Ben is now a force to be reckoned with, and whoever gets in the ring with him next should be afraid. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Jake Paul and why he is praising and now backing Aussie boxer George Kambosos Jr. Additionally, we also touched on the insane win over Dustin Poirier that Charles Oliveira was able to land, surprising everyone including various pro fighters. Also, we delved into the insanely terrifying knockout delivered by Conor Ben straight to Chris Algieri. The knockout was epic, but we would not want to be on the receiving end of that one. Make sure to let us know your thoughts down below. Which one of our stories today shocked you the most? Did you see the bout between Poirier and Oliveira? What do you think of the rising Aussie boxer Kambosos Jr.? Let us know. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss any of our new and upcoming content. Thanks for watching.